Hey everyone, what is going on? My name is Kieron the Barber. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, also welcome. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button to get this started. Right, so this is Pav. Pav has been my client now for just over 15 years. And we have done many different haircuts on Pav. I like to film Pav. He's got great hair, he's got a great beard. And he's just easy to film. We get along really well, so it makes it a lot easier. And we are going to do today a high and tight skin fade. I'm using my flexes trimmers to take off and debulk the hair, and you notice I'm putting in a slight curvature into the hair because I don't want it to be a dead straight line. I want him to have his outlines when I shape that up to still be nice and sharp. Also, I want a little bit at the back to keep that nice and heavy also. So coming in with my flexes, just taking that off, and then with my Babless full shavers, cleaning that up. You cannot beat Babless full shavers. They are trusty, they're easy, they work. I've had these for a long time now. I've changed the foils in them, I've changed obviously the faceplate, but the battery life is just as good, and they last ages. So onto the fade, I'll put my one line in first, just to debulk the hair almost, because it's still quite a lot of hair, even though it doesn't look like it's quite a lot. So I'll run a 1 down there, and then I'll come down from a 1 to a half, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a 0, flicking up and out, and then I'll do some open and close play just to make sure that the hair is blended in. I've been using the Wool Legends now for a while. I really get along with them, to be fair. There's a few clippers. I've got the JRLs. I've obviously used the Babyliss before, but since I've had the cordless Legends, they're, for me personally, one of the best clippers I've ever used. They open up really wide, so they give you a nice little easier balance to fade out the hair with. So now a little bit of clipper over comb just to make sure them sides aren't so heavy. If anyone can recommend me a clipper comb, especially like this for clipper over comb, please comment down below. This is my last clipper comb. I just can't really find any I like. I used to love the Andis ones. I can't stand them now. I think the actual comb, the teeth in the comb are too thick, so they don't pick up enough hair. I like more finer tooth combs when fading out the hair. Onto Pav's beard. He likes a very basic beard. He likes to keep it nice and heavy at the front with a blend coming into the sides. So pretty much, because I only cut this maybe a couple of weeks ago, I'm just going over wide cut, taking that right down with the trimmers first and then the foils. I don't really like to raise at the bottom of the neck. That's just me, that's just my personal preference. The reason is I just find it gets bumps, it can cut. It's a lot safer for me to use the trimmers and the foils underneath. It still gets very smooth. There is no difference at all. I just find it a little safer for me and less time consuming. It's a lot quicker. So then as we blend the beard, we're doing a bit of back dragging, I call it. So that's when you get the trimmer and you drag downwards and flick out like downwards. What it does is that just helps a smooth transition into the blend from skin fade hair into the beard. Also a really good technique if you're a new barber and you're wanting to do a slightly faster work. Honestly, even if you practice back dragging with a clipper first open, so it's a half guard, and then slowly work your way down, but practice that back dragging, because when you do it and you find that it'll make your fading into your beard so much quicker. So onto the top of the haircut, wet it down first, make sure we kind of put it into the position that it wants to be styled into, hence why I cut it over to the side first, just parted it, making sure it's sitting right. Pav literally wanted the tiniest bit off the fringe, he wanted a little bit more off the back, and mostly the weight being taken out. It's quite a, he has really thick hair, so it's mainly just taking, less than a centimetre off all the way around, and then just thinning the rest out, debulking the hair slightly, because it's just a lot easier to style, because Pav likes to put a lot of texture in his hair. He doesn't like to wear it kind of really smart parted over, he likes to have it kind of more texturized. So then we're going to use some Rousel tonic as a pre-styler. Whilst the hair is wet, use a tiny bit of tonic in the hair, just massage that into the roots. What it does for me personally, I find it gives when you're drying it in, it holds the hair a little bit like sea salt spray, but without, it doesn't get so clumpy. I find sea salt spray sometimes can get really clumpy. This holds the hair in place and is a little bit less sticky as such, but for me it works really well and it smells amazing. So then blow dry it into place, just making sure it is like just literally the hair is sitting right, because you can always go back. Like, that's the best thing about a haircut, especially with stuff like this. When you blow dry it into the place, you can always go, hang on a minute, I just want to take off a few more bits, like I am here. I go, okay, now that's dry, now that's sitting in place, I just want to make sure that it's all shaped up right, it's trimmed right, and if there's any odd or loose hairs when you find that the hair is dry instead of wet, you can go over that and make sure they're done. So then on to the hair powder. I've been using hair powder for years now. There's no better product than hair powder for me personally. I'm still trying out different ones. I'm trying out, currently I think that it was a Superdrugs one. So in the UK there's a shop called Superdrugs, and I was just like, yeah, do you know what, I've never seen that before. I pick it up, actually works quite well. It's not a bad one. I just want to try different ones out to make sure like that I'm not missing out. So I've tried I think it was called something Gorilla. I've tried a few others. I tried the Schwarzkopf one, and I've tried the Superdrug one. I'm just trying out different ones just to get a balance to see which works the best, and then build a formula from there, hopefully. So yeah, just finish off a little bit of hairspray, and then what I'll do is I'll use my shark tooth comb to build paths and texture, because he doesn't like it pushed up and over. He likes it to be more texturized and then a flick at the fringe. So yeah, that is my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button and I'll see you all in the next video.